Urban Therapy with Sun752, and this is your daily go getimism number 471. 472. Yeah. For January 18th, 2016. Tonight I want to talk to y'all about having misunderstanding. Sometimes we be mad at people because we think that people are mad at us. You ever get into a situation like that before? Like, you and somebody else was real cool at one time, whether y'all knew each other for a long time or whether y'all met and just happened to click, and from the time that y'all met each other, y'all was just cool like that. And then somewhere down the line, somebody may have gotten jealous or envious of your relationship. They felt some kind of way about y'all interaction, and they start poisoning y'all water. See, the thing about it is whenever you have a decent, working, healthy relationship with somebody, you have to work to keep that thing going. And the thing that helps it to keep going the most is communication, keeping the lines of communication open. Now that means different things to different people. What it means to me is that we understand, like, whenever I have a problem with you or whenever you have a problem with me, or it doesn't necessarily have to be a problem. If I have a question or if I have an issue, if I have something I need to say, I can come to you and I can say it. I don't have to worry about you biting my head off. I don't have to worry about you, feeling like I'm getting on your nerves. That's effective communication. Communication only really works when the person that you are communicating with reciprocates that same type of communication. So if that breaks down, if it becomes a situation where only one person is able to express themselves openly and honestly and freely, then that's not effective communication and that's not a healthy relationship. So what can happen a lot of times between people, whether it's your friend, whether it's a family member, whether it's a working relationship, a colleague, a partnership, whatever, romantic relationship, whatever it is, if you're not able to really keep in touch with each other in a way that makes both of you feel comfortable, then you don't have good communication. And then after a while, because neither or either party aren't able to express themselves, then you get to thinking that, oh, well, something must be new. They done changed on me. They done flipped the script. You know what I mean? I guess we ain't cool like that no more. When in our reality, it may have just been a situation where y'all just didn't have a chance to talk to each other. Sometimes we try to be mind readers when it comes to people that we think we know. Sometimes we get into thinking that we know people better than they know themselves. And we're often wrong about that. And while we're wrong about that, we make really, really big mistakes. So I don't know if you've ever been in a situation where you were cool with somebody and you know how it is when you start out with somebody, whether y'all are in a situation where y'all are able to interact more openly, freely, and more frequently than a lot of people are able to do it. So you get used to talking to a person every day, or you get used to seeing them every day. And when something happens, then you're not able to see them as frequently as you used to, or you're not able to talk to them as frequently as you used to, or they may be going through something, or you may be going through something. All kinds of things happen to whereas the dynamics of a friendship or a relationship just aren't the same as they used to be. But that doesn't necessarily mean that there's a problem. See, the real problem in a relationship comes when one person is thinking that something is happening and the other person isn't thinking that. And so instead of both people coming towards each other and saying, "Listen, I'm feeling some kind of way about what's going on. I don't know if it's true. So I just want to know, like, are you mad at me, or and because I'm not mad at you, but I want to know, is there something I did, or is there something I can help you with? If you're going through something, whatever, I'm here for you." Instead of doing that, we just sort of watch what they do because we think we know them better than we really do know them. So we getting inside their head, even though their head may be somewhere totally else. And so we get to thinking like, oh, such and such They on that bullshit, or they doing that thing that they do. So we take for granted that they just don't want to be bothered with us, and then we take on that same kind of attitude. So you wind up feeling like you're not speaking to somebody, and then they take that same energy, and then they're not speaking to you. So you have two people who don't really have a beef, who aren't speaking. Y'all not on speaking terms, and neither one of you really know why. It's messed up, but it happens all the time. I remember one scenario years ago when I was working at this job, and I was a team leader for the job, and you know, I was real popular at the job, and people were working for me. Everything was going well. My productivity was really high, and everything was cool. And then somewhere along the line, you know, some other colleagues of mine, co-workers, whatever, they didn't really like what was going on, so they started poisoning the water. So my guys, my team, they went to the guys on my team, and they manufactured all kinds of documents to say that I was trying to get people fired, written up, suspended, and all of this. None of this stuff was true. It was all false. All of it was false. But things started changing between my team and me. So I'm noticing that they're being standoffish. They're not speaking as much. You know, there was a time we would talk about sports and things like that, and that wasn't going on. And so I'm thinking, like, you know, what's going on with these cats? Because we was cool like that. And although they were doing their work, they weren't doing it at the same level that they were doing it, and with the same passion as they were doing it before. So I knew something was going on, but I didn't really know what it was. So I addressed the situation, and when I didn't get what I was looking for in terms of an answer, then I took for granted that, oh, okay, so these cats, you know, they on some bullshit, and, you know, maybe they smoke too much weed or something, whatever. So we never really opened the lines of communication, and what wound up happening was they started getting insubordinate, and they got fired, and I stayed on the job, and I never found out exactly what was going on until those guys were fired. Because they were mad at me, and I was resentful of them, because I felt like if they felt some kind of way towards me, that they should have came to me and talked about it. But I could have done more to help that situation. But my pride got in the way, like, oh, all right, you gonna front on me? Well, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You'll need me before I need you. And obviously they felt the same way. So to this day, that relationship has been like, and now they ain't gonna get fixed. We lived in different states. It is what it is. You know? But that's an example of how things can break down and you don't even know what was happening. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And just remember, communication is the key. Keep the lines of communication open with anybody that you have a decent working relationship with. Keep that relationship healthy and keep it strong. Express what's going on with you and try to keep anger out of the mix. And try not to be a mind reader and think for people instead of having them express to you what they're thinking. Because if they're comfortable with you, they'll tell you what they're thinking. Give them a chance to do that, and give yourself a chance to be able to do that with somebody else. Don't just assume that somebody is dissing you, or that they don't like you no more, or that they're getting brand new, or that they think that you're changing or whatever. You know, get that negativity out of your mind, man, and take it out of your repertoire, and that way it won't grow and snowball and sever relationships that could have otherwise been strong. I holler at y'all though. Check this. Oh, though, you know what I mean? Check this out though. You know what I mean? See, I can't play music no more, and I'm alright with that. You know what I'm saying? But this is what I can do. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, y'all. No. Urban Therapy with Sun. Sun 752. This is Urban Therapy with Sun Show. Y'all know we do this each and every Wednesday evening from 8:30 p.m. till around 10-ish.
Peace.
And the reason that we say 10-ish is because sometimes it gets so heated that we just have to do a little OT on a hump day, and it is hump day. Hump day, yeah, baby.